Hey everyone, Julia from Sunday Sounds here. In this video, we're going to take a look at our song-specific patch designed in the style of the song you see on the screen. I'm going to demonstrate this song patch in its original key and at its original tempo. You can change the key you play or hear the song patch in by using Easy Transpose, and you can change the tempo as well. Details on how to adjust both the key and the tempo are included in your download. For this video, I'll be demonstrating the MainStage version of this song-specific patch. If you purchase the Ableton Live version, you'll be able to use this video to follow along just the same, seeing as the hand positions, song sections, layer ranges, and sound of the patch are the same. In MainStage, you'll use your mod wheel to move through the various song sections. In Ableton, you'll use the macro knob labeled Song Section. Be sure to check out the full demo video for this song patch to see all the parts and sections in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song. This song patch has piano, pads, strings, arps, and bass all triggered in the left-hand range, which stretches from here up to here. Now, most of your sounds will be triggered in this lowest left-hand octave, and then you'll have pianos and pads triggered in this upper left-hand octave. I do also want to note that all of our piano notes on the rest of the keys are triggering an octave down from where they normally play. This is because we have some piano riffs that you'll be playing during the song that would normally bleed over into that left-hand range. But since we have all the notes of the upper range of the keyboard, we decided to trigger those notes an octave down so you can still have the range to play all of those parts in both your hands. So therefore, this would be middle C. When the song section control is at 2/3 or above, you'll hear a synth lead sound come in on this note up the rest of the keys. Here's what it sounds like. You'll start the song with the song section control all the way down for your intro, verses, chorus, and turnaround. At 1/3 will be the interlude and the bridge. At 2/3 is just the medium bridge, and all the way up is the big bridge. And remember that whether you're in MainStage or Ableton Live, these positions are the same. For the intro, you're going to have the song section control all the way down. You'll play single notes in this upper octave of the left hand, and you'll play a piano riff in the right hand. Here's what the right hand sounds like. Now, if you're familiar with this song, you'll notice that this part does follow the melody pretty closely. I do add some additional chord notes in there with the melody as I'm playing to help fill out the sound a bit. But if you want to just play the melody, here's what it would sound like. So here's what this sounds like with both hands. So just to play it one more time so you can see those additional chord notes that I'm adding into this line. It starts with the first couple chords. Just holding out that one note. Really, for all those chord changes, I'm just holding on that note. And then we go down here. So really, it's anytime that a chord that you're playing in the left hand incorporates this note in the chord, I'll typically play that as long as my melody notes are above it. But you can modify this if you'd like to make it easier. Now, you do play this part again later in the song during what's called the turnaround. For this part, you're going to play everything the exact same way. For the verses, you're going to have the song section control all the way down. You'll play single notes in the upper left-hand octave, and you're going to play a piano riff in the right hand, which is pretty much the same thing as the intro. So if you haven't watched that section of the tutorial yet, I recommend going back to see that play-by-play part. Here it is one more time with both hands so you can see it all together. Now the verse is twice as long as that, so you'll play through that entire part one more time. Then at the very end of the verse, you're going to hold out on that 5 chord, and you're going to play a suspended chord in the upper, in the right hand, and then move to a regular chord like this. And this will be true of both of the verses. You'll play everything the exact same way. For the down chorus, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You'll play single notes in the high octave of your left hand, and your right hand will be playing chords. Now, these chords do kind of follow the melody line as our right hand followed the melody line in the verse, but it is more structured around the chord changes. So here's what just the right hand plays for the chorus. Now you will play through that 2 times total, but here's what it sounds like with both hands. So then you'll play through it again, and then there's a short tag on the end where you play this last line like this. Yeah, you end on that minor 6. And then you'll go back into the turnaround. Now for the medium chorus, you will also have the song section control all the way down. For this part, you'll play everything pretty much the same way, but with octaves in the left hand. And I do like to note that there is a lot of movement in the right hand between the chord changes, but I do like to pulse the right hand on the quarter notes whenever I am holding out a note just to fill the space. You'll play the chorus one more time at the very end of the song. For this part, you'll again have the song section control all the way down. You'll play octaves in the left hand. And in order to sound more like the recording, you'll jump your right hand up an octave to play up here. And you'll play everything pretty much the same way as before, but just with a lighter touch. And there is also a tag at the very end of this part as well, where you'll repeat that last line 3 times total. Here's one time through the chord progression for the chorus.
For the bridge section, you'll start with the song section control at 1/3. This part does start with an interlude where you hold primarily on your 1 chord, occasionally moving to the 4, or if you want to play a 4/1, you can just change the right hand as well. This part just alternates back and forth for 4 measures. Then we get started with the bridge. Now for the down bridge, or the first time through the bridge, you're going to hold a 1 chord in your left hand the entire time, while your right hand does change chords slightly. So here's what that will look like with both hands. So my right hand is just playing these chords. Very, very simple, and pulsing on the quarter notes. Then the second time through the bridge, your left hand will change chords to different notes, and there are some additional chords in here as well. So here's the chord progression for this. So to slow it down just a bit, that goes from a 1 chord to 2, up to your minor 6, down to 4, back to 1, and then to minor 6, and to 5. And I like to keep my chords right in this area. You do have piano notes up in this whole range as well, but if you remember from the beginning of the tutorial, once you move that song section control up to 2/3, there is a lead sound that comes in this range. So I like to keep my chords down in this range just so that I'm not jumping from high notes in chords to low notes during the next section. So for the medium bridge, you will have the song section control at 2/3. You'll continue playing octaves in the left hand and chords in the right hand. Now there is the lead sound up in this range at this position so that you can play the synth lead here if you'd like, but it's not necessary. So in the demo, I just continue playing chords for this part. Then once we move to the bridge section with the song section control all the way up, or the big bridge, I should say, you'll play octaves in the left hand and you'll play a synth lead in the right hand. Here's what the lead sounds like. So then here it is with the left hand. So this will just be for that last time through that big bridge. Then at the end of this bridge, you're going to hold out the last chord, which is a 5, for about 2 measures as you bring the song section control back down and you move into the down chorus. Now in the original recording of this song, following the end of this down chorus, there is a vamp and an instrumental, and then it moves back into multiple bridges where you build back up and then come back down as well. I didn't include that in the demo or the tutorial version of this because you play everything the same way for these sections. So if your band decides to do this part, just feel free to play things the same way or build them differently if you'd like. Just follow your band the best you can. Be sure to watch the full demo video to see all these parts in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song.
Song-specific patches work best in the Sunday Keys template for MainStage and Ableton Live. Sunday Keys gives you all the sounds and tools you need to play live worship keys, and all of our song-specific patches integrate seamlessly with Sunday Keys. You can learn all about Sunday Keys for MainStage and Ableton Live on our website. Thanks for checking out this song-specific patch. I'm Julia with Sunday Sounds, and I'll see you next time.